Let's get to our morning business report now at 5:48. A big story here for your money. The Federal Reserve is signaling that it may raise interest rates.
And you might have to pay more for your next iPhone because of a memory chip shortage. Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange with all those stories for us. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Caitlin. Good morning. Yes, Apple says it will raise prices due to the memory chip crunch. In an exclusive report, CEO Tim Cook told the Wall Street Journal that soaring costs make price increases unavoidable. Now, Cook declined to offer details on the timing or the scale or even which products would be affected. The research firm Tech Insights estimates passing the higher cost on to consumers while maintaining the profit margin at Apple would add about $270 to the price of the next iPhone Pro. Well, from streaming platforms to fitness wearables, subscriptions are becoming the norm for many products. While these monthly services provide convenience, they're also costly. Now, CNET's third annual subscription survey revealed the average monthly cost for those who paid for subscriptions in the past year is $111. That's $21 more than the previous year. Now, the survey also revealed American subscribers are spending an average of $252 a year on subscriptions they don't even use, and that's up $48 from the previous year. The most popular subscriptions remain streaming video, membership retail, and music services. Well, there is a new sheriff in town. Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh shaking up the institution and has committed to bringing inflation under control. As Americans are well aware, he says it's been 5 years of high prices. Thing is, to whip inflation, interest rate hikes are probably necessary. So that rocked the stock market yesterday. The Dow down 500 points. This morning, now we're back up again. The president talking about a deal between Intel and Apple. So especially tech stocks strong this morning. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.